Discipline exists with how many times you actually eat well, you stick to your plan, you are consistent, and you are following through day by day, week by week, month by month. What's up, guys? So today I really want to dive heavily into nutrition, but also discipline that comes with nutrition, because so many of you do struggle with the nutritional side of things, not so much the training. And the reason why you struggle with the nutrition is because you're probably tempted, you have to control yourself, and you have none of that. But I tell you right now, the amount of people that can go to the gym, because that is actually the easiest part. But when you're trying to go on a journey, or maybe you're already on your journey, and you think about how you started the journey, where did it start? How did it go? Most of the time, the way that it started is you thought about going, I want to get healthier, I want to get fitter, I want to get stronger, so I'll go to the gym. That's always people's first initial thought, because society has created this idea that the gym is the only way to get healthy, and they're not eating much. However, if you were to actually step back and look at this from a probably more logical standpoint, the way that you want to start getting healthier is first nutrition. Once you have your nutrition in a place where it makes sense, it's aligned with your goals, you can stick to it, then you're going to go, okay, I want the nutrition in place. I now want the training to come into place so that they can work together. Because the amount of people that think that they can start training but then eat poorly is insane. If you can direct your training and nutrition and align them at the same time, you will win probably more than 50% of people out there. So I share that with you because the amount of people that get this wrong is insane. Now, the other part to that is sleep and stress management, because you're never going to get away from stress, but what you can do is manage it. If you can manage stress in a manner that can still keep you living your life, you're not having to completely get away from things, you're not having to completely make massive changes, then you know that you're in control of yourself. So let's kind of dive into the stress, then we'll go back towards the nutrition. Now, stress is something that constantly is talked about, and honestly, it's talked about negatively. I think that many people need stress in their life. They need it so that they can become more adaptable, so they can learn, they can grow. However, when there's too much of it, what happens is everyone crumbles. So if you're going to crack under pressure, what that's telling you is that you're not adaptable. And to be honest with you, you're a little weak. And weak people are the ones that are like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed, so I go and eat poorly. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed, and they act out. That is the person that truly needs to get in control of themselves. And the only way you can do that is to manage stress. So if you have a lot of stress in your life, you have to go, what is it that I need to just moderate and basically maintain yourself? So when you're feeling yourself getting a little bit more hyped up, maybe you've got a lot going on, what is it that you can do to recalibrate yourself? And please don't be one of those people that's like, the gym is my therapy. The gym is not therapy. The gym is where you do fitness and training. The gym is not therapy. Let's get that straight. Therapy is therapy. That's what actually gets people better. The gym makes you stronger. It makes you fitter. It gives you a better sense of mentality because you get those dopamine hits. But it's not your therapy, because guess what happens? You go there, you feel a little bit better. You wake up the next day feeling like shit again. I guess the gym didn't really give you the long-lasting effect, did it? So here's the thing. Fitness will get you far, but it's not going to get you the furthest you can go. What you need to do is you need to manage the stress components. Know what stresses you. Know your environmental factors here. And what I mean by that is is it people in your life that stress you? Maybe you got to audit your relationship with them. Is it places that you go to that you don't want to go to that don't serve you? Maybe you can actually stop doing that, or limit how many times you're doing it. Is it your environment? Maybe it's the input that you're having. Maybe it's your workplace. What do you need to do to basically audit and either edit or eliminate any of those stresses? I'm not saying you have to get rid of everything. I'm saying that you may need to make some changes to the things that are stressing you the most. Now, from there, you're going to simply notice that your sleep's going to be better, because your brain's not going to be on a rush, and you're not going to be thinking about every single thing under the sun. So once you tackle the stress, there's going to be less going on in your mindset, which is going to help you sleep. However, there's also things that you can do to help you with your sleep, whether it's meditating, it's breath work, it's journaling, whatever it is that's going to help you wind down. That wind down process is absolutely critical. Now, you've got some people that's going to throw, get blue light blockers, get red light blockers, do these glasses, do this thing. At the end of the day, just do what you feel like is going to be the best bet for you. I personally do like to do the red light blockers if it's necessary, if I'm going to be on screens, but I'd prefer to just not be on screens. Then I don't have to worry about wearing glasses. I could just not be on the screens. The other part to that is I can have a wind down process. I can have a hard stop where I'm not serving everybody. I can actually stop and then just start prioritizing myself. And then I can go to sleep at the same time or similar every night consistently so I can improve my circadian rhythm. So if you want to get better, just literally start by going, I'm going to go to bed at this time. Prior to me going to the bed, I'm going to have this like wind down routine and I'm going to stick to it. So you've got your stress management, you've got your sleep. Now let's go back to nutrition. Single ingredient foods is the absolute best way for you to tackle nutrition. I don't care what diet is out there. I don't care what everyone says. If you just eat single ingredient foods, you do not leave out a food group, you will get the best results because you're serving yourself what your body truly needs. There's nourishment there. There's going to be vitamins, minerals. There's all the macros, and you're not having to just stop eating something. Now, if you think of what single ingredient foods are, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? If you're going to go and multiply all these ingredients and make something, don't eat it. It's very simple. Like, people overcomplicate such a simple concept. So if you want to have an inferior body, right, you've got to learn how to actually eat for that body. If you want to literally have something that's going to maximize you, then the best thing for you to do is feed it that, right? Stop feeding yourself all of these crappy options that are out there because marketing is getting the better of you. How many times have you seen something on the shelf that's been protein rich and it's rich in antioxidants and it's all this stuff, but in reality, the back of the packaging is basically saying it's going to kill you if you keep doing this shit. Just stop eating it, right? Go back to the single ingredient foods because what that's going to do is it's going to serve your body with the absolute best case scenario for giving you energy, getting you lean, building muscle, all the things that you're kind of wanting, right? So then when you go into your training, you're going to have the energy to do your training. Because one of the worst things is dragging your butt to the gym, calling yourself disciplined, but in reality, you're tired as fuck because you're basically not feeding yourself right. Why would you do that unless you just could put the right nutrition in place, have the energy to show up to the gym and be motivated, as you like to call it, and you're disciplined because you did it anyway, and then you're going to have better results. But I think many people are falling into this pattern of thinking, going, I'm tired, but I go to the gym and I eat like crap. Well, that kind of tells the world that really what you're doing is you're not being disciplined because discipline doesn't exist by how many times you go to the gym. Discipline exists with how many times you actually eat well, you stick to your plan, you are consistent, and you are following through day by day, week by week, month by month. That's what it is. So most of the time, people will not follow through. And I share that with you because the amount of people that are just so inconsistent, it is mind-blowing. I'm not going to say that it's easy because I have slowly, over the course of my life, made it easy, but it's taken me 2 decades to do that. I don't expect people to be able to do that in 2 months. I also don't expect people to do that in 2 years. But I do think that it's possible if you just keep reminding yourself of your why. If your why is strong, you'll show up every day and you'll continue to follow through. If it's not strong enough, you'll give yourself excuses and you'll justify your frustrations and you'll keep falling short. So just remember, guys, everything that you want is on the other side of fear. Make a move, take action, because you're one decision away from a completely different life.